welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. An atheist claims that Rothschilds, the family, rewrote the King James Version or funded it to be rewritten. Is there any validity to this? Now, I would argue that you should not get one's theological positions and or information from someone who claims there is no God. Why? Because 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 14 through 16 says, a natural man, which an atheist will fall under, cannot discern the things of God. Can't do it. But we as believers have the mind of Christ. Now, on this respective issue, what we know is the King James Version, English Bible, came into fruition in 1611. That was the first edition. 1613 was the second edition. However, most of us, because that's my preferred version, we actually use the 1789 edition. You say, what is that? Well, it took a while to get all the typos out because they typeset it in the old-fashioned way and such. All that being said, this construct or idea that somehow money and influence, i.e. the Rothschild family, somehow has something to do with it is just conjecture slash pseudo conspiracy theory, to be honest with you. And at the end of the day, here's what atheists, among other people, desire to do. They want to do anything they can not to subject or submit themselves to Scripture. So, if they can claim that somehow people with ill intent and a lot of money and power somehow infiltrated and changed it, then they are not subjected to it. The problem is what we know in Psalm chapter 12, verse 6 and 7, it says the words of the Lord are preserved from this generation forever. And Jesus in Matthew 5 said, heaven and earth will pass away, but my word will never pass away. Again, what we know as the Bible or Scripture is probably not only the most integritous piece of literature on the earth because the Lord inspired and preserved it, it probably has the most validity for its cohesivity and its, shall we say, content as being authentic as we discover. Again, you've got thousands and thousands and thousands of manuscripts that verify and validate its content, not just some atheistic-based conspiracy theory involving some very wealthy family. So that being said, it's a great question. If you have one, send to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question be tomorrow's. Thank you so much for being a part of our daily question here at the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. I want to encourage you on a few things. Number one, if you have a question to ask, submit it to AskJeff.net. Eventually, we'll get around to your question. Secondly, we'd encourage you to subscribe. That way, each and every day, Monday through Friday, you get a reminder of our question of the day. And last but not least, I want to remind you that on Wednesday evenings, live at First Baptist Church of Opelika, fbcopelika.com, we do a solid hour of Ask Jeff where we dig into the questions more than just 60 or 90 seconds. Sometimes we take the entire hour. All that being said, AskJeff.net is where you submit a question to this channel each and every day, Monday through Friday.